Welcome to the Garden Route District Municipality Podcast. Garden Route Podcast, your go-to source for insightful discussions on the district municipality's roles, responsibilities, and how it impacts you. Stay with us as we explore a wide range of topics that matter to you and our municipality.
A podcast yesithili seGarden Route.
Garden Route Podcast.
Hi, good morning. I'm Andrew Struble, and today I'm here at our head office in George at the Garden Route District Municipality. And today with me I've got Mr. Gerard Otto. He's our disaster manager and head for the whole of the district for disaster management and matters. But yeah, today is important that we can speak with the residents of the Garden Route because we all need to be water wise. And as you all know, the drought is here and the influx is coming for our tourism season. So it's important that we can communicate with the public on what is the situation. So the expert in the room is Mr. Otto, and Mr. Otto will brief our residents and I will fill in where necessary. Thank you for joining this podcast.
Thank you, Maya. Yeah, from my side, Maya, I think it's important for us to note that we have not received the rain that we normally receive in this part of the district. People will know that we don't get winter rain, we get our rain in October, November. And so we've been monitoring the situation as we speak. For the last 4 months, we've had below normal rain. And we also now know that with the latest predictions that we are not going to get our normal summer rain. So what the weather office has indicated to us is up to 20%, 26% less water we can expect. Sure. And we have already seen the signs of below normal rainfall. It started off about beginning of September when the salinity levels in the Gaukamma River was too high. So the result is that the Knysna municipality couldn't abstract enough water for the residents of Buffalo Bay. And as you know, this time of the year there's not many people there, but the influx of our tourism and people coming this way, we need to make provision so that we know that we've got water for that area. The second area that we again received the same problem was in Kirtland, where we saw the Keurboom River going to a state where the salinity levels is too high at the abstraction point. And now, of late, last week, also again, for Sedgefield, the salinity levels being too high. So in all these cases, the district municipality has assisted the local municipalities with the tankering of water. We made our water tankers available, but this is not a sustainable solution. We know we need to get emergency measures in place to make sure that these residents and these areas has got enough water for the coming season.
Ja, so it's very important what Mr. Otto is saying. Ek sê altyd in Afrikaans, water kom deur 'n kraan, maar hy kom nie van 'n kraan nie. En dis hoekom ons altyd moet wys wees met ons water. Everybody's thinking, well, there's water through the tap, there is enough water. But the dam levels are dropping, and as Mr. Otto just said, our salinity levels is a matter of course for us, but we need to plan. So, Mr. Otto, what do we as a district municipality, as one of our mandates of disaster management, what are we planning and doing about this?
Ja, burgemeester, wat ons eerste gedoen het, ons het dit bekend gemaak aan ons provinsiale kantoor, provinsiale rampbestuursentrum. Ons het reeds vir hulle gevra om volgende week 'n noodvergadering te roep met al die verskillende munisipaliteite in ons distrik, net om die status quo te bepaal van wat het ons in plek en wat moet ons in plek sit. When we had the 2010 droughts, we did put a lot of augmentation measures in place. Boreholes, desalination plants, reclamation plants for local municipalities to have an additional water source in addition to surface water, that meaning rainwater. And we must also remember that towns like Knysna and Plet do not have bulk storage dams. Even if the dam that they've got is full, which is an off-channel dam, which they have to pump full, it's maybe 3 months of water. And we now know that for Plet, for instance, the dam is at 50%. So that is a month and a half's water. Look where we are sitting.
And the George Dam?
The George Dam is just over 60% this morning. So it's very concerning. We can see how the levels is dropping. The George Dam dropping at more than 1% a week. The Wolberdans Dam has still got water in about 70 for the Mossel Bay area. But in general, all our dams is about 30% lower than the same time last year. Sure. And with the prediction of below normal rainfall. That's why we're very concerned. So what are we doing? We've got the special meeting. We want to get the buy-in from the provincial side to, if possible, first of all, look at further water restrictions with regards to abstraction for both agriculture and local municipalities.
Yes.
Looking at the Breede Goudens Catchment Management Agency coming on board, looking at the Department of Water and Sanitation coming on board, and then in addition to that, getting funding for specific emergency water augmentation projects, i.e. boreholes or
Alien clearing as well.
alien clearing. Yeah, we know the Keurboom is infested with aliens. So we would love to get a program running to cut out these aliens, not only to free up more water, because they really use a lot of water, but also then to reduce the fire risk, which also goes hand in hand with this. And we also saw this in the last month. More fires in the district already. Our fire season normally starts around about beginning of December. We are from September fully busy with fighting fires already.
Ja. So as julle al kan hoor, wat doen ons as die distrik? Dis wat ons doen. Hierdie is geen rede tot kommer en alarm nie. Ons hoef die mense daar buitekant en vir die inwoners en die vakansiegangers en almal daar buitekant sê, ons beplan vooruit sodat wanneer die invloeds kom na die tuinroete toe, sodat daar beplanning in plek is sodat almal 'n lekker vakansie kan hê en al die besighede genoegsame water kan verskaf aan die vakansiegangers en buitelandse besoekers. So ons is oop vir toerisme en ons beplan vir toerisme en die invloeds van die seisoen. So ja, kom kuier by ons. Ons is reg vir die invloeds en ons sien uit daarna vir soos hulle Engels sê 'n bumper season. Meneer Otto, vir afsluiting aan die kant.
Ja, burgemeester, ons moet onthou ons is in 'n waterarm area. So ons verwelkom ons toerisme, maar hulle moet ook ons water oppas. So moenie elke 5 minute gaan stort nie. Doen dit maar een keer. En as jy kan, gebruik die see, gaan swem nog. Ja? As jy maak seker dat jy dit wat hier is gebruik, maar spaarsamig is.
En hy's gesond om in te swem.
Yes.
Baie dankie.
Dankie. Reflect on the levels of the dams in the Garden Route. Let's start on the western side and just look at where we are now. If you look at the Duiwenox Dam, last year, this time it was on 100% full. This week, on 80%. Wolverdans Dam, which is the biggest in our district, 2.5 times bigger than the Garden Route Dam, is at this point in time at 77%. Last year, this time, it was at 99%. The Garden Route Dam, which where most of the people in our district has to get their water from, last year, this time was at 100%. This week, at 60%. The Roodefontein Dam, which is an off-channel dam supplying water to Plettenberg Bay, this week at 47%, and it was last year this time at 80%. The Hardlem Dam, which supplies water to Uniondale area and also in the farming areas in that district, it's on 60%. Last year this time was on 100%. And then lastly, the Kullersdorp Dam, last year was on 92%. At this point in time, only at 50%. So that just brings the attention of how important it is for us to save the water that we've got in these dams.